This is Chuck Schaefer of Customer.tv, and I'm joined by Mitch Lieberman, recognized thought leader in the topics of CRM and social CRM. The purpose of our discussion today is to explore the social CRM business opportunity from a design and deployment perspective. Welcome, Mitch. How are you?
Thanks, Chuck. I'm doing great. Nice, long, relaxing weekend. Ready to hit the ground running.
Very good. Let me start by putting some context around social CRM. How do you describe or define social CRM for a business leader that wants to evaluate this business opportunity?
The easiest way that I can describe it is it's adding social aspects to CRM. And that means, that may be overly simplistic, but it's a business trying to be more personable and more social, but more social in the cultural sense and in the conversational sense. Not doesn't just mean every social technology needs to be integrated to the entire company. It just means making businesses be more human. So if the company's response is to engage the social customer, then what it's really about is enhancing the customer's experience and making the customer feel better about their overall engagement with a company and making everybody feel just a little bit more human.
Good points. Can you identify some of the business processes or use cases where you've seen social CRM deliver big results?
I believe that some of the processes are really digital interaction processes. It's making customers feel better about individual experiences. So for example, if I start out a web search and I'm looking for a product or I'm looking to fix a potential problem that I'm having with the product, and then I might switch to calling the contact center or emailing the company, or I may go to the community. It's the coordination of those various channels. So I think the first biggest impact of social CRM is the coordination of digital channels. So that means that when I call a company or I communicate with a company, they know that I've been communicating with them on other channels. And that's really hard. And I say, big return, it hasn't been big return yet. So I'd be cautious to tell any C-level executive, using words like big return and huge responses. They come in smaller incremental, just like adding email was new to CRM 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Adding these social channels has to be right for your business, and you're going to see responses incrementally. If you're expecting a big bang, I think we're oversetting expectations, and the CEO or the C-level will be somewhat disappointed.
Interesting points again. Mitch, is social CRM a differentiator capable of delivering a unique and sustainable competitive advantage, or is it more just becoming a cost of doing business, effectively table stakes, where failure to adopt this strategy and supporting technologies will actually deteriorate your business model?
Being social as a business is becoming table stakes, but it has to be authentic, and that's the real problem. Authenticity is very difficult to scale. Table stakes is a tough one because there would be certain types of business that will simply be commoditized. They're simply going to be their differentiator is going to be price. That's it. That's price, and that's what you get what you get. And there'll be some businesses, many more, that will need to differentiate based on service and overall customer experience. Social CRM, the ability to add social, to add personality, and to add proper engagement with your customers overlaid on them as a customer and on your relationship with them will enhance the experience. And that will be the differentiator. So it's putting those pieces together as one strategy to meet your goals and objectives of creating a sustainable business.
Once the business opportunity is understood, how do you recommend a business leader design and deploy a social CRM program?
The idea is that for years, many people say, well, listen to your customers and understand where they are. And there's truth to that, but you have to engage at a personal level with customers on those specific channels. You know, the adage of "go where your customers are" sounds overly simplistic, but there is some truth to it. So the social CRM strategy is to engage your customers on places that you can offer value to them beyond just your products and services. That's what being social is. Offering value beyond just the product you're selling. So how to use this particular product. How can ingredients for recipes, for moms, or for dads, how to use this particular tool. We all say, the joke is, I don't want a drill, I want a hole in the wall. Well, okay, what's the appropriate way to drill that hole? So it's offering value and the value exchange beyond just the product. And that's what social CRM is. It's offering value of the product and how your customers use that product.
Let me go back to something you just said a moment ago and ask you about what may be the newest emerging technology to converge with CRM and social CRM, and that is customer experience.
hmm
You've published some writings that suggest that CX and CRM are strange bedfellows because one is an inside-out view of the world and the other is an outside-in view. Can you describe these differences in more detail, and do these differences suggest that the two customer management strategies complement or compete with each other?
I think they're strange bedfellows because customer experience is something that's perceived by your customers. The idea of CRM and social CRM should do our best to design the experiences we want our customers to have. We want the purchase experience to be good. We want the product experience to be good. If they need to call us or communicate with us, we want that experience to be good. CRM is often mistaken for Salesforce automation, which is just buying. Social CRM says, well, what exactly can help my customers the best at any point in the selling process, in the product use process, or in the service process? And all of that should be, what is their experience in each of those? So let me put myself in my customer's shoes and understand, how hard is it to do business with me? So that I've been doing a little bit of looking at something called customer effort, which is interesting, and I don't want to get into definitions, but customer effort just sounds, it's a very logical thing to explain to people. How hard is it to do business with me? How hard is it to get an answer from me? How hard is it to find interesting ways to use the product and to look for the next product with me as a business? So if I think about those things and I allow that to be my strategy for how CRM should be used, then it makes a lot more sense. And that's outside in. It's looking from the customer's, to quote friends, jobs to be done. What are they trying to get done at a point in time? Then my CRM system should help me help them do that.
An interesting analogy indeed. Mitch, do you have any other advice for business or IT leaders about to embark on a social CRM journey?
Yes, technology is second. So we've all talked about people and process and technology, and actually I have to give credit to David Armano, which I like his, it's people, process, and platform, which is another interesting way to think about it, which is the, the advice is, think about the problem you're actually trying to solve, and there's many technologies can help you solve that problem, but it's how your people are going to use those technology, and it's the processes up front that are going to define the success of any technology or any platform that you're going to put in place.
Good advice. Thank you for that. And with that response, we're at a good break point to conclude our conversation. This is Chuck Schaefer of Customer.tv, and I've been joined by Mitch Lieberman. Mitch, thank you for your conversation and insights, and thank you for joining me today.
Chuck, thanks for the opportunity, and I'm looking forward to our next conversation because we always seem to touch on some pretty fun and engaging topics.
We absolutely do.